What's up, guys? So today we're gonna be talking about the time I ran away from the police. Yes, I ran away from the police. All right, so this story takes place back in early December of 2018. At this time where this story takes place, right, I haven't seen my cousin in years. So my mom decided, you can just go sleep over at his house, because that was my favorite cousin or whatever. So I go to his house, we have a sleepover, he has his other friends, so it's like a sleepover. It's like, what, five of us, probably 4 or 5 of us. So we're having a sleepover, everything goes by, we play Fortnite, we play Call of Duty, playing his PS4 on our phones, doing stuff like knock knock ditch, ding dong ditch, stuff like that, just being boys. The next day, we eat breakfast, we play some Fortnite. At 12 o'clock, we're like, all right, bro, why don't we just go to the park? I'm like, yeah, sure, I'm down to go to the park. So we all put some clothes on, some appropriate clothes to go to a park. And we have to walk, because no one has a car. So we're walking to the park. And basically this park is in Chinatown. And I know this is gonna sound racist, but Chinatown was not actually Chinatown. Everyone called it Chinatown because that's where all the Asians lived. At this point, everything's normal. We're just walking, talking, just going to the park regularly. And then out of nowhere, my cousin, first one, he takes a rock, picks it up, and throws it through a window, just smashes the window. And everyone starts running. I'm like, yo, what did you do that for? And then my cousin's cousin starts picking up rocks and they're just throwing it at windows and stuff. Now, first of all, I forgot to tell you who's all in this story. It's me, my cousin, his cousin, which no, is not my cousin because they're related through marriage. So he's not my cousin. And then 3 other guys that I didn't really know. So we're all running, and then we go to this apartment complex. And then this guy comes out of his house. And then he's like, why are you guys over here? You don't live over here. I'm calling the police. So he takes out his phone. And what my cousin does next is so dumb. My cousin takes a cinder block. Those gray cinder blocks that were always heavy. And when you were a kid, you tried to impress your friends and stuff by picking up the cinder block. Yeah, those things. So he just takes a whole cinder block and smashes it into a random person's car. Then we all run while this guy is on the phone with the police. Of course, that guy, he comes out from the apartment or whatever, and he's recording us on his little Obama phone. It was Obama at the time, because I don't think, was Trump president? Okay, yeah, Trump was president, but it was still an Obama phone. Everyone called it Obama's phone. So he's sitting here recording on his Obama phone, and we're running. I'm like, yo, put your hoods on. This guy's recording. So everyone puts their hoods on because it's in the beginning of December. So we're all just trying to conceal our identities at this point while this guy is recording us, trying to get our faces. So I'm yelling at them all. I'm like, yo, put your hoods on. So we're running down the street. We look to the right, there is some woods, right? So we run into the woods, and when we're going into the woods, my cousin takes another rock, smashes it through someone's garage door. I'm like, yo, chill. This dude's already calling the cops and you're still vandalizing property. So we go into the woods, whatever, and we're just sitting there. As we're sitting in the woods, cops come and they start searching in the woods. We're like, yo. So we come out of the woods, we go back onto the main street, and this is where we split up into groups of 3. So we split up into a group of me, my cousin, and his cousin, and then 3 of the other guys by themselves. So they go to the left, we go to the right, or it might be the other way around. I'm pretty sure we went to the right, they went to the left. Now, all I know is that they got home in a couple minutes. That was not the case for us at all. As you can imagine, we're running again, and then we come across this apartment, and my cousin's cousin is like, yo, my friend lives here. We can just go hide in that hallway. This door is always unlocked. So we all run in there, and we sit in the hallway, and we're just watching through the window. So we're all in different stations. There's one guy sitting on the stairs, watching through the window above the door. There's me who's holding the door because I'm the biggest there. And then there's an other guy, which is my cousin. He's upstairs watching through the upstairs window. So we're all, keeping watch, holding the door closed in case a cop knows we're in there and tries to come in. So there's like 3 cop cars that pass by. And then after like 20 minutes of waiting, we're like, okay, let's move. So I let go of the door. We all rush out of the door. There was still a cop car down the street. At this point, that cop car already saw us because it's not like there's nothing blocking us from the cop's view. So as soon as we stepped out that door, the cop could freaking see us. So we just run and take a right and start running down the street and then hide behind this dumpster. And the cop didn't see us go behind this dumpster. So the cop just continues driving down the street. And then we come out and then we go the same way the cop went. But when we get to the corner, we take a left when the cop took a right. So we take that left and then we come across this other neighborhood. We've passed through so many neighborhoods. So you come across this one neighborhood and we run past this lady and go into that neighborhood. We look back and this lady picks up her phone and is talking to someone. We're like, yo, she's probably calling the cops, bro. Run faster, run faster. So we're running. No one has been to this neighborhood before. And we come across this school. We go into like the playground, and from the playground, you can see at the top of the school, there's like a staircase that goes to the top of the school, and there's a mini playground there. So we go up the stairs and we're on the roof of the school at this point. So we're chilling there at the roof of the school, just chilling. And we're sitting there. And then we see this lady, she's at the lower playground and she gets on the phone. So we're running. We run off that roof. We didn't jump off the roof. We ran down the stairs. We're not that stupid. So we run down the stairs and we're running. And of course, cops are coming that way. So we're running, man. And then we end up in the rich people neighborhood. Believe it or not, I am not from a rich person's neighborhood. It's like a lot of my friends always say, oh, you're from that state, you're rich or whatever. Basically, Connecticut, a lot of people know it for the good college, Yale, and stuff like that. A lot of people see that state as rich. That's literally not how it is. Most of the state is ghetto and some of it is rich. So we end up in a rich people's neighborhood, and there in this backyard, there's 3 food trucks. So we see this food truck and we're like, yo, we need something to drink because we've been out here for quite a while. So I'm like, I don't know about y'all, but I'm not stealing anything from this food truck. I mean, you can steal it and then give it to me right after, but I'm not stealing it myself, you know what I'm saying? So my cousin, he takes one and he passes it to me. He takes one, he passes it to his cousin. I'm like, I appreciate it. So we take the Gatorades and we're just running, and we're running through the woods. We're all wearing shorts, so our legs are getting cut up. Don't ask me why we're wearing shorts and a jacket. We are just weird. We're all wearing literally shorts and a jacket in December when it's literally cold. So we're running and we're just running through the woods, man. And then we come out of the woods. We're still in the rich people's neighborhood and we're walking down, and then we see like these people, they have monkey statues, and I'm like, yo, is that supposed to be racist or something? Like, I feel like that's racist. So I just ignore it and we keep running, and they're getting tired. They're trying to take breaks. I'm like, yo, don't stop running, bro. If you stop running, you're gonna get caught no matter how short the stop is. It doesn't matter. That's more likely for you to get caught. The more breaks you take, the more likely it is for you to get caught. So I'm like, yo, don't stop running. So we all keep running, and we're like, yo, we're almost to the house. Let's take this turn. And then the cops come this way, so we gotta take another turn. And we're like, yo, we don't know where we're at right now. And I know a lot of you are like, well, why didn't you just go home if you obviously didn't want to be there? Like I said, I was spending the night at my cousin's house, and we did not live in the same part of the city. So I'm like, I don't know how to get back to my house from there. I don't know how to get back to his house because I have never been here. It's unfamiliar to me. and my house was most likely far away from his because it was like a 15-minute drive from my house to his house in the first place. Yeah, and like I said, we all turned on this unfamiliar road, and then we didn't see this at the time, but we went through this backyard. We're cutting through backyards, and we're like, yo, I recognize this. He's like, yo, my house is right over here. So we're all just coming through. We peek around the corner to make sure there's no cops before we come out this backyard. And sure enough, we look to the left, there's cops down the street. And he's like, yo, we have to go this way. Like, there's no other way to get away. Like, we have to go this way. My house is right there. So we're arguing. We're like, yo, who's going to run first? Someone has to run first. We're not all going to run together. So we're just arguing. I'm like, yo, I'm not running first. That's what I know. And then I'm like, yo, this is your house. You run first. And then my cousin was like, yeah, it's your house, so you're going to run first. And then, so we count down from 3, like 3, 2, 1. He runs. Soon as he runs, let me use a name for him. Let's say Michael. That's nowhere near his name. This lady just screams, Michael, get over here. Soon as we hear that, me and my cousin run back into the woods, but he's already caught, so he just goes. It was his sister, yo. It was his sister. But check me out. This is how they recognized him. His dad is an ex-cop. That's where he messed up. How you gonna do crime and your dad is an ex-cop? So the other police officers, I guess they recognize his face because his dad's an ex-cop, you know what I'm saying? So me and my cousin run back into the woods and he just goes to them. But they didn't know we were there. They just saw him. Like I said, he ran. Someone had to run first. So he was a sacrifice. He ran, he got caught, and we ran back into the woods. So we're running. And I don't think the cops came for us. I think they probably did. No, I remember they did. They did come for us, and we hopped the gate, but they couldn't see us because we were on a higher level because we ran up like this hill and went into this person's backyard, and we looked from the gates, and he was coming that way. So we ran, and then we ran, and then we ran, and we came the same way where I said the cop went to the right and we went to the left. We went to that same place and went back the way the cop went because that's the way we was originally supposed to go. So we went that way, and then we was like down the street from the house. I'm like, yo, I could see your house from here. So we going there, we going down the street, we making sure it's no cops. It's like, all right, it's no cops here, run to the house. We get to that house, bro, we bolt up the stairs into his house, and we was like, yo, we got away. Whole thing is, we started this at like, what, 12 in the afternoon? It was 4 in the afternoon when we got back. So it was 4 hours, yo. 4 hours it took us to get away. So we finally get back. It's like, yo, we just did that. And we sat on the couch. First thing we do, start playing Fortnite. About 3 matches into us playing Fortnite, you just hear boom, 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 boom. And then my cousin's like, yo, it's the cops. I'm like, yo, it's probably the cops. And then you just hear, open the door. And he's like, yo, oh, that's my cousin. So he opened it. Not the cousin that got caught. It's not the cousin that got caught. And then so he opened the door. And he's like, yo, what was y'all doing? They over here at this person's house saying that y'all was running from the police and doing stuff. What was y'all doing? And then my aunt walks in after him. And she's like, my bad, but you gotta go home or whatever. So I get in their car, and then we drive it home. And they was like, tell me who it was breaking windows. I was like, well, I don't know his name because I had just met him. But it was this dude, and he was just breaking windows. I don't even know his name or nothing. I don't remember who he is. And then, basically, it's mad crazy because nobody planned this out. But every single one of them dudes, they blamed it on the same kid. Yo. I was like, yo, because nobody planned this. No one said anything about blaming it on somebody. And they all blamed it on this one kid. But I didn't know that until, they said that they blamed it on this one kid. And he was getting in trouble but he didn't even touch no windows. He didn't touch no rocks, but everybody was blaming it on him. I was like, first of all, that's how you know your group don't mess with you. If you're the first person they think of to blame something on, they don't mess with you, yo. But basically, they said that my cousin's cousin, he snitched, and then another one of the dudes snitched. So two of the dudes snitched on everybody else and basically told who was with them, you know what I'm saying? But in the end, everything was all right. The cops said, we don't have to pay for anything. Just never do it again, because we were young, you know what I'm saying? So the cops like, yeah, you don't have to pay for anything. You're not going to get in any legal trouble. No one wanted to press charges against you, so you're good. And that was crazy. That was the first time I ran from the police, and I'm not gonna lie, it was pretty fun. Don't sit here and think that I'm trying to tell you to go run from the cops and break people's windows, because I didn't break anyone's windows. The fun part for me was running from the cops, and I don't recommend y'all to run from the cops, because that can actually get you in some real trouble. Like, I got lucky. My cousins got lucky. We all got lucky. You might not be as lucky as we were, so don't go trying that. It's like, yeah, it's fun, but not everything that's fun is good for you. You know what I'm saying? So, moral of this story, watch who you're with, Watch who you're with. That's just all I gotta say. Watch who you're with. Make sure you know their intentions before you go out with them. Make sure you know what they're like, things they might do, their behavior. And with all that said, if you like the video, drop a like, maybe subscribe, turn on post notifications so you're notified every time I post a new video, man. And I'll see y'all later.